everyone. Welcome to Viv Mom Sews September 2023 makes. I'm excited to be here today. I'm a little glammed up today. I'll tell you why. I made this dress, Vogue 8894. I sewed this dress back in 2017 and it was too tight. I remember I was going to wear it to a wedding. It's got that little high-low hem in front, and I chose a suiting. This is kind of a mauve, tiny, teeny bit of stretch suiting, and it was very, very tight at the time. Since we've gotten our beloved puppy, I think I've walked off weight because now it fits. Now it fits, and I really like it. So I thought, well, I'm just going to wear it and show it to you guys. So I'll put it in the description notes below. I have 8 things hanging back there to show you today. I wanted to make it 9. Oh, by the way, I got a microphone. So I hope that the folks who were having trouble hearing me can hear me now. I'm so loud. I just remember my mom always telling me, lower your voice. Lower your voice, Vivian. You're too loud. So when people say they can't hear me, I am shocked. However, I did go get a microphone. And yes, that is the extent of what I will do technologically over here. I wanted to have 9 items for you, but the last dress doesn't really fit the season. It is getting cooler out, and I'm spending a lot of time outdoors. So I thought, well, I'll just save that one for next month. And what I have behind me runs the gamut from wedding guest, dress up, dressy, to dog walking chic. So we're going to look at it all today, and I'm going to go put on the first piece. I'll be right back. Hey, the sun just came out. Can't believe it. Well, I had the pleasure of being a wedding guest in September in Raleigh, North Carolina. Beautiful, beautiful wedding. And this is what I wore. I reached for Simplicity 8332. If you know anything about me, you know I love this pattern. Now I change it slightly. I make it a little higher up at the neckline, and then I do all kinds of things with the hemline. This one I decided to make a midi length with a split, a modest split on the side. And this fabric, look at this fabric. It's a rayon crepe from, did I get it from Fabric Mart? I know that it was originally a Telio fabric over at fabric.com. And then when they sadly closed, Fabric Mart got a bunch of their beautiful rayons. And so I just loved the color. I wanted to go for a little bit of an Art Deco mood with this dress. And I had this beautiful blue velvet ribbon that I embellished the sleeves with. And that was my wedding attire. I can't say enough good things about this pattern. It's very flattering. You can take in the sides as much as you would like to. If you think it's looking a little shapeless, I just shear in the sides all the way down. And just as an aside, I'll say this about patterns that become your favorites. Once upon a time, Brad and I went to a homeschool convention, and we heard this wonderful speaker named Tracy Klicka. And she said, she wasn't talking about sewing, she was talking about getting everything done as a homeschooling parent. And she said something so profound. She said, let me tell you, fast food is stressful for your family. Have a core group of recipes that everyone loves and make them all the time. It's better eating, it keeps everyone happy, and it simplifies things. And I thought, you know what? That transfers to patterns that you know and love. Use them over and over because the fabric will change them every single time. And if you know something works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That was Simplicity 8332, a personal favorite. Kwik Sew 3233. I love this little pullover top out of a woven, easy, fast, flattering. I decided to make a set, so I chose 8841 by Simplicity for the pants. Another winner. This little outfit can go to the dog park. And if you hate dog parks, and you have good reason to, I know, they're very controversial. We do take Zinnia because she's a husky. And the energy level on a husky is up here. But we're very careful. We already know who to avoid, when not to go in, and when to go in. So anyway, my point being, you can be a little bit stylish for your downtime activities. Walking, grocery shopping, going to the post office, doesn't matter. So I made this little pullover shirt, and as you can see, I made it a tiny bit shorter, and I added a band to break up the stripes. This fabric is called Barcode Poly. It came from Mood. And see how it looks like a barcode? Well, it's not just any old polyester. I think it's the nicest I've ever worked with. It has a lot of weight to it. It's beautifully smooth. Everything was straight as an arrow, and it was lovely to work with. So the little top just pulls on. I did not put the splits on the side. Didn't think I needed them. The pants, 8841, you can do inseam side pockets, or you can put on the little patch pockets on the front, which is what I did. And I have to have pockets when I leave the house with Zinnia. And this is just an easy little outfit. Now, if it starts to get chilly, well, I will reach for Simplicity 8377. I love these hacking patterns. You can change them up. This is for a cardigan. And I decided to go with, can you see how sheer that is? Okay, this is just a tissue thin, buttery soft rib knit. It's a double brushed poly rib knit, and I believe it's by Susanna Monaco. So it's a designer fabric. I got myself a designer cardigan for a few bucks, and we have a long band that goes all the way around and down each front, which I stitched down. It does have interfacing in it. And this is just going to be a very versatile piece. I made it kind of long, like duster length, just to give it a little, what do they call it? A little zhuzh. I gave it a little zhuzh by making it duster length, but you can make it any length. Look at this. You can do anything with this pattern. You could even cut it off and make it cropped. So this is a great pattern, and the fabric is beautiful, but whoa, is it thin. It was not difficult to sew. Am I forgetting if it was difficult to sew? I think I just loved it so much because it's so soft. And sometimes you don't need, or I don't need, to wear a very heavy wrap because I tend to run hot. So I'll show you another outfit that this cardigan goes with a little bit later. There's my dog walking chic outfit. I'll be right back. If I were a lady who lunches, this would be a good lady who lunches outfit. But I'm not much of a lady, and I'm not much of a luncher. However, I very much love Kwik Sew 2989. This is one of the older ones, printed on that thick white paper. And I wondered if those sleeves were going to come out as drop shoulder. I don't mind a drop shoulder, but I kind of didn't want one in this shirt. And we're talking about this red view right there. I paired it with pants that I've made before. And I thought these pants will be great. Well, they were not great. Vogue 9176. The picture is a bit of a misrepresentation. They do not come out that slim. I knew that. I knew that I would have to take them in. But I kept taking them in and taking them in and taking them in. Why do they show them slim fit like that? Why do they do that? The fabric for the pants, well, here's the outfit, okay? So I always like my pants cropped. Now these have some static electricity, so they don't want to hang straight. The fabric for the pants is really pretty. It's a stretch satin back crepe. I love using satin back for pants because when the satin is on the inside, it feels like they're lined. They just feel really beautiful. And the fact that this had some stretch, I thought that'll be perfect. I'll size down and everything will work out. But they were just too wide. And you know, they don't have pockets because I sheared so much off the side seams that it then started to kind of make the inseam a little bit funny. And so I wear these with the waistband turned over. So I would need to shorten the rise if I do them again. I mean, they're fine for all purpose pants. And I love the fact that there's elastic in the back and a flat front. Okay? I don't know if you can see that, but that's what they are. They do not have pockets, and you might have to take them in a lot to get them to be slim fitting. This beautiful crepe de chine, it's a cityscape, and it is a true crepe de chine. It has the bumpy crepe texture, and it's very, very light. I was so pleased that the shoulders are not terribly dropped on this. I did size down, and you know, Kwik Sews tend to run a little bit large. I usually cut between a small and a medium, and now I'm just cutting small. And I love how it fits. We have a collar here, but it goes into this kind of nice V shape, and the placket is formed right there. It crosses over and makes a really pretty neckline. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons going down, and there is that little outfit. I just love this fabric from Fabric Mart, and I wanted to do something kind of special with it. So I think it would look really cute with jeans if you wanted to dress it down, and it could be tucked in. I wouldn't tuck it into these because I have to, you know, sort of bend them over at the top to make them fit. Or I think I could tie this shirt, kind of make it a tie front shirt. So there's a lot you could do with this. Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, just hanging free is really nice. I loved sewing it. I loved the pattern. But this one, all right, hang on. This is Kwik Sew 3579. Really, really simple, but it caught my eye because I love the shaping on it. The little whisper of cap sleeve. Now hers is quite short. Mine is longer. And this pattern comes with that big belt in there if you want to make that. And it is drafted for wovens. So I had this really beautiful rayon challis. Now look at those leaves. Aren't they gorgeous? This is from fabric.com before they folded. And it sewed up really well, but when I washed it, there was a little bit of dye transfer. And so on this real pale kind of peach solid background, there were shadows of stains. Now I posted on Instagram and someone said, throw it back in the wash with a color catcher and that should take care of it. So I'm gonna do that. I love how the dress turned out. It's got pockets, inseam pockets. And what I did when I was constructing this, since you can see it's, you know, it's a bit of a gamble in terms of looking like a grocery sack, I kept taking in the sides before I put in the pockets. And I mean, that sounds like, well, duh. But that was actually a good thing to do, and I'll do it again because the pockets don't really add anything to it, but they're very hard to work with if you want to take it in and they're already in there. So I did make the pockets out of this super light cotton batiste. You might be able to see my little blue markings, my dot markings that I'll have to remove by blotting a wet sponge on those. Those are water soluble. And so this dress is just a pull over your head. It's got those little cut-on sleeves. It has an empire seam right here, and it's got the pockets. And you can dress this one up. I could also put on sneakers and go for a walk for something completely different. I have never taken more walks in my life. 4, sometimes 5 a day. And they're not little wimpy walks. We're talking like 30 minutes to an hour. So I don't have much life, at least not now. Anyway, I love sewing and I love sharing it with you. There's one final outfit and I'll go grab it. This is new look 6661. It's a jumpsuit with a little bit of a different shape. See how she's kind of got it low slung on her hips? So this does not sit at your waist. This sits a little bit lower. We have a button placket. We have a drawstring with buttonholes. And there is elastic in the middle, and then it ends with ties that come out the front. So here's what I got. This fabric, I wanted to bring a sample, but I forgot it. This is a deep forest green. It looks green. Okay, now hang on, because there's a little bit of a twist. This is Italian stretch denim, but it's not green. It is black and yellow. And that yellow, the threads that they used for the yellow are really bright, like almost neon. So it was a black and yellow mix, and it turns it into this sort of hunter green look. I just love it. I got it from a place that is long gone. Does anyone remember Trim Fabrics? Very odd little place online, but I got some really nice stuff from them, and this was one of them. So I made the buttons in that, not as bright as that yellow, but in the same vein as the yellow running through the fabric. I made my sleeves 3/4 length. They have it drafted for sleeveless and short sleeve. I did not put the carriers on mine because they are decorative. I just didn't want to fuss with them. So this little tie right here, they call for twill tape, for you to use twill tape, but I just made my own ties. And you thread it through there, which, if I'm being honest, was definitely my most unenjoyed aspect of constructing this. Everything else was really fun, and I mean it. It was just a fun sew. But you have to feed 1 1/4 inch elastic in through the little 5/8 inch buttonhole. And so there's elastic in there in the back, and then you attach the decorative ties to it to show on the front. So there is my little jumpsuit, boiler suit. It's worn low. Here's the back. It has back pockets. I did a lot of top stitching on this because I just wanted the contrast, and it's got those pockets in the front. And remember when I said that 8377 would be coming back? Well, as it gets cooler and I might put on sneakers to wear this out and about with my puppy, I can wear this cardigan with it, and that'll make it a lot warmer. And there you go. So we are done. 8 items this month. I loved sewing all of them. I hated putting this elastic in, and I really didn't like just how off I was with the fit on these pants. I just, I just kept sewing on them, and I thought, this is going to ruin the shape of them, and it kind of did. But it's a fine pattern. Just know it's not real slim cut like they show on the cover. I'm going to list all of these patterns in the description box below. I love hearing from all of you. I hope that you're well. I hope that you are sewing. And I hope you're ready for October, because here it comes. Can you believe it? Thanks for joining me today. You're the greatest, and I'll see you next time. Bye.